2 appointed by the Secretary, 2 political appointees, and 2 chosen by the board itself. There are no limitations on what interests they might represent. Yes, theoretically, they represent the fiduciary interests of the ATO. It doesn't mean that you couldn't take someone representing an airline or someone representing labor and say, well, don't worry, they're bound by that, even though they came from that organization. What I find odd is that there is no seat reserved for a real consumer representative. We sometimes hear from fake consumer representatives, but there are some real consumer advocates out there. The traveling public, as has been pointed out, paid for this system, the majority of the traveling public. So I think saying that there should be some consumer representatives, that they should be people appointed who have to act in the public interest would not be a stretch. You know, last year, the bill required the Secretary to appoint directors to act in the public interest. We've now changed that to say they have to act in a fiduciary sense for the interests of the ATO. There's a pretty big difference between the public interest, which could go to what sorts of fees would be assessed. I mean, optimally, I'm acting in the interest of the ATO. I want to tax the heck out of people because I want more money. Congress has nothing to say about it. So is that in the public interest, or that's following the fiduciary rule, but it may not be in the public interest if you do it in that manner. So I think some refinement and restriction on the 4 discretionary board members, 2 who are purely political and 2 who would be chosen by other board members is merited. And nowhere in the bill is the word consumer or air traveler anywhere in that bill. And I think that's an oversight. With that, I yield back to balance my time.
Mr. Graves is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, it's the role of the government, including the